Hello guys, you're welcome to the very first episode of the Monetical School of Money podcast. My name is Obi Crypto, and with me here I have my brother with me, David Crypto as well. And here on the show, on the episode today, we'll be talking about Donald Trump, ascending the throne as the 47th president of the United States of America. Guys, it's been a very, very interesting time, and a lot of things has been happening in the crypto world for the past 7 months, I may say, since Donald Trump started his campaign and started aligning himself with the crypto community in the United States and across the world entirely. It has been a very, very interesting and challenging time. A couple of weeks before the election day, which happened on the 5th of November 2024, I made a prediction right on my social media handle where I said, on that day of the election, if Donald Trump wins the vote, people in the crypto community should expect cryptocurrency to pump. Now, on that day of election, prior to the election, Bitcoin was selling for around $63,000. But at the end of the election, that particular evening, Bitcoin skyrocketed from $63,000 to $75,000 on that same day of the election. And from that day, Bitcoin has been going up and up and up and up. And to the extent that we went above $105,000 per Bitcoin. It has been a very, very long journey coming this far. Now, I made another prediction again, 3 days to the day of inauguration. And I told people, I said that on the day of inauguration, people should expect another pump in the market. That pump in the market is going to be like, Donald Trump's personal gift to the crypto community. Remember the very day that Bitcoin crossed the $100,000 mark, right? Donald Trump tweeted about it and he congratulated the entire crypto industry across the world. Now, same thing happened on the day of his swearing in, the day of his inauguration, right? As the 47th president of the United States of America, Bitcoin went to $109,000 for one particular Bitcoin. Guys, it is official. Donald Trump is right now sitting in the White House as the 47th president of the United States of America. Guys, it's going to be an interesting time. The next 4 years of Donald Trump's administration is going to be choked with a whole lot of things and a whole lot of surprises, especially in the finance, defense, and tech industry, most importantly, the crypto industry, because the crypto industry is also, it's in two ways. Part of it is in the finance sector, part of it is also in the tech industry. Now, I believe that this Donald Trump administration is going to change the world in a way that we have never ever imagined. Now, one of my problem here is what is happening to other countries across the world. If Donald Trump himself have made a declaration that he is going to set up a cryptocurrency stockpile, a cryptocurrency reserve for the United States of America, right? What are other governments doing? Because I've not heard any other government of any other country come out to say that they are also setting up a cryptocurrency stockpile for their country. Because it's not just about gold anymore, all right? 2 months ago, a mountain made of gold was discovered in China that is worth over $83 billion. Just 2 days ago now, 2 days before Donald Trump's swearing in, right, another tunnel made of pure gold was discovered in the same China. So any country that is saving their money and national assets in gold may not survive these next 4 years of Trump being in administration, right? Guys, let's not be as if I'm the only one in the studio. With me, I have David Crypto, and I would like him to weigh into what I have laid, the foundation I have laid for the topic today. David, what do you think about what all I have said and what is going to happen with Trump being in power?
Yeah, shout out to everybody there looking at us and making it a very engaging moment for us. Well, I have to say that obviously the advent of Donald Trump as the president has a lot to do. Globally, it has a commanding aura, and it comes to the point where a lot of leaders all over the world are going to be taking their prototype from what is going to be his next move. When you look at the decisions, everybody is more reserved previous months. Like throughout Joe Biden, a lot of people have just been on the sideline. The BRICS have not really come up with their own ideology. So now, from what you've been saying here, Trump is coming out, and we have seen the significance of his election winning and then now his ascension. So from this point of view, I can see, yes, Trump is going to be a kind of an ambassador for the blockchain industry. But what about other countries? When you talk about what are going to be, Trump is talking about the stockpile. He's going to make the US a hub for storing cryptocurrency, a kind of a mining. What about other countries? What are they doing? Yeah, well, we've not heard what Germany did. As of last year, the thing Germany did was to sell off.
They sold off all their cryptocurrency.
Yes,
That's
so
the
that's what
most,
we heard.
that's the most stupid decision any country would have made in recent time.
You get, whereas people are accumulating, Germany is selling. So, and Germany is not just an ordinary country; they are world power. So when you talk about stockpile, we can now see literally what Germany is doing is more or less on the risk aversive. And you know, Europe, just one of the documentaries I was reading was saying that Europe has been known to be risk aversive over time. And then they have not been championing any great move when it comes to new innovation. So that's a position I think Europe has been known for. So, but we can see now on the side of Asia, we can see China has lifted a crypto ban officially. And we can see some places like South Korea, they are now giving some flexibility on cryptocurrency. So even though we saw some shock as at last month, where there was a massive sell-off when this president declared that humongous martial law, there was a massive wipe down. Like Bitcoin was selling around 70,000 or thereabout in South Korea. So that's to tell you, yeah, South Korea is a place I know they are a kind of second or third when it comes to chip manufacturing, and Bitcoin mining cannot deal without chip manufacturing. So what am I trying to bring in here? Interest. So interest is going to be the defining factor for politics and the government, because Trump is going to work with his allies, and Trump's allies cannot be promoting BRICS over Bitcoin. And now we can see just on the eve of his ascension, he launched his coin.
Yeah, Trump.
Official Trump. And then you can see what happened. Me, I saw the coin at $10 before, $12 before I know it. Whoa, voila. It's over $70. I just used the Fibonacci and I was like, wow, on a 300% move, this thing is going to 65. That was what I was expecting. But then it outperformed. So what I'm saying in essence is a lot of governments are now going to copy this official Trump. Official Trump, yeah, it's less than a billion, I think. It's about 990 million tokens. So, but when we come to the point of looking at what is Trump throwing to the table now, Trump is bringing up a new ideology of governance. That official Trump is not going to be a meme like we used to know it. This is a president coming out. His supporters all over the world. He's coming out with his coin. So I wouldn't be surprised, just like I could see that day of election, there was massive liquidations. We could see all the coins were busy crashing to zero, crashing and crashing. Anyway, that was quietly stated in Bitcoin dominance. But from the point of my view, I was like, Solana was going, and then I was like, hey, why is Solana pumping? I now had to go and check. I discovered that, Trump coin is built on Solana blockchain. I was like, oh, wow.
Definitely, there's a connection, there's a bridge between both, because you need to use Solana to pay for gas fee or transaction fee for any transaction you're doing within the Solana ecosystem entirely.
Yes, and even if you want your transaction to be more cheaper, you have to buy it and swap from Solana, even if you have to deal with swapping. But then, this is to tell us, like, Trump is coming with a new narrative. And this new narrative is not going to be business as usual. It's going to have a lot, because now we could see Elon Musk, who has been the champion when it comes to virtual money transfer. He's right behind Trump. And then Elon is now part of this government in terms of Department of Governmental Efficiency. So Doge. I'm just seeing a lot happening. But that aspect of clarity, in terms of we seeing in a more precise way that altcoins are going to have their rally, I'm not seeing that vibe yet. Even though I know, yes, from my own analysis, I can say that altcoins may start rallying around February, March, if they still have that opportunity. If government does not come up with this Trump official, because of all the coins in the crypto market, it was only Trump coin that was pumping, Solana and Bitcoin.
But do you think that it was a very, very smart move that Donald Trump made? Because he's a very, very smart guy, right? Let's not forget about the fact that Donald Trump is the author of Art of the Deal, right? This guy is a successful real estate mogul, right? In the landscape of American economy, right? Now, the US have a law that as a president, you cannot use your executive seat as a president to promote or enrich yourself in any way. So that was why I think Donald Trump had to launch the official Trump a couple of days before his swearing in, knowing fully well that this particular coin is going to keep pumping throughout his 4 years in power.
Exactly.
So what is your projection for official Trump between now and mid this year, before the end of second quarter this year, 2025?
Honestly, I won't be surprised to see official Trump coin hitting at least $500 billion market cap.
Wow.
I won't be surprised.
And that will be placing the coin at what price?
Well, I can't say categorically, but at $500 billion cap, I think over time.
At 500 billion,
because what is looking at is.
Listen, at 500 billion, you're talking about close to over 30x. Because official Trump right now is around $5 to $6 billion in market cap. So if you are estimating 500 billion market cap,
that is like
you're looking at over 30 or 50x.
Over 50 to 100.
From where the current price, and the current price right now is around $40 to about $50 per coin for official Trump.
Yes, I think official coin at least hitting $200. Why? Yes, one, Trump is the holder of, I don't know, Trump and his ally, or the builders or the creators, however they are being identified. I think they are the holder of 80% of the coin. So what is in market is 20. So they have controlled the supply shock from the beginning. And now he's coming out with incumbency. Right? Now he's going to gain the sentiment. He's already gaining the sentiments of the world in terms of the bullet that struck him. And now he's coming with, based on what you just said now about the art of the deal, this guy knows how to play the game of making money.
Market negotiations.
He knows how to play it exactly. Because are you going to tell me that Indians are going to place BRICS over Trump official coin? I don't think so. No matter whatever the BRICS.
So do you think there's a relationship, a connection between Trump, right, endorsing cryptocurrency and BRICS having a success story by the end of this decade? Remember, this decade started in 2021. This is 2025. So we have eaten 5 years out of the decade. We have just 5 years left. And out of these 5 years left in this decade, Donald Trump has 4 years to rule as the most powerful man on the planet. Right? Now, with BRICS coming up with their own currency, not crypto, their own currency, right? The BRICS currency, right? Do you think Trump endorsing Bitcoin was a strategic move to distract whatever the BRICS nations are trying to achieve with their economic bloc?
Exactly. We know that blockchain or cryptocurrency, let me be precise, is something that is situated around the United States.
Yeah.
Yes, nobody can come openly and say that this is what it is. Even though China, and then as at 2018, we used to know most of the ant miners were being made in China.
Yeah.
You know, that's the most affordable ones. So, but what am I trying to see from our picture from this whole thing is, I'm not just seeing Trump coming to crash BRICS with ideology or intelligence of American industry or American government. Like, they are coming to put American first in such a way that they are going to be the super race. They're not going to tell you openly, but they're going to tell you that they have the prototype of what is going to happen in the next 10 to 20 years, and you don't have a clue about that. So Trump is going to crush these people, because look at the kind of congratulatory messages he's been getting across the whole continent.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been congratulating him. This is to tell you, like, this guy has a massive loyalty. And when it comes to just few hours before his presidency, right? Look at what happened between Hamas and Israel. The deal was overnight.
Everybody is taking shape. Everybody's aligning.
Are you seeing what is happening? Iran.
The Trump effect.
Iran began to withdraw. They just put back every anomalies.
Everybody is taking the appropriate seats.
That is to tell you the power of the right person in the position.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a lot in cryptocurrency, but that narrative may not be on a random narrative like we used to see, when some kind of random coin can come and then people will just rock pool, and then before you know, the coin is it's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, we have regulations coming in.
A lot of regulations are going to come in, and those regulations are going to build trust and
investor confidence.
Yeah, that confidence is going to be there. So I'm just seeing Trump coming to establish the confidence and now make cryptocurrency a more or less something that has come to stay.
Yes, a viable means of store of value.
Because people who are thinking about physical assets.
But then, David, right? There's something I want us to look here, right? Most of the world financial system, right? I'm not talking about in terms of technology, but conceptualization of most of the world financial system was baited in America.
Exactly.
Do you understand? It was same in America that they took the US dollar off gold standard, right, in the 70s.
Yeah.
And they brought us to the, how do I call it? The fiat
Paper
system. Paper money that is not backed by anything. You understand? Now we have cryptocurrency. And the said cryptocurrency, do not forget, the white paper for Bitcoin, which is the first ever cryptocurrency white paper that was written and drafted, was released to the public on the 10th of January in 2009. Exactly. Also in America. And then Bitcoin went public in 2010. You get me? Still in America. Correct. Now, the same Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years.
Yeah.
And this 4 years happens to be every election year of the United States of America. It usually happens between 6 to 8 months before the presidential election in America. That is when Bitcoin halving happens. And the halving comes with a lot of things. The halving comes with a push in the market, which is usually what we call the bull run. Right? Now, Dave, with America always being the forefront of this system, don't you think there is a connection somewhere to use cryptocurrency to crush whatever agenda the BRICS nations are trying to achieve? Mind you, there is a conspiracy theory already that Elon Musk was the inventor. He is the inventor of Bitcoin. There is I call it a conspiracy theory, right? Which is also America. If not, who is that person that would release the Bitcoin white paper and also release something that is as massive as Bitcoin, and yet it's been almost 15 years now, and the almighty CIA and the almighty FBI have not been able to detect who created Bitcoin.
With all the technologies, with all
the technology, the power, the everything of tracking of criminals and everything, no, they've still not been able to
and
track.
And the person is holding over
Bitcoin.
1 million.
And the person is holding
Bitcoin.
over 1 million Bitcoin in his own personal wallet.
And you can see the transaction. You can even trace the first transaction made
from that wallet.
And you don't know the owner.
No IP address, nothing.
So you see, I think Americans are champions in what they do, and they're not just champions in a assumptive way. I think they know what they're doing, right? When you're talking about this, how will I put it now? American coming up with this kind of propaganda. It's not, will I call it a propaganda? Yes, I will call it a propaganda. When they're coming up with, they don't know who owns Bitcoin. They don't know who has anything.
Who invented it.
But wait a minute. Mining, you don't have anything to do with mining. What I can see America is just trying to play here is anonymous.
Yeah.
For people to accept.
it.
Now that people have actually accepted it.
And the whole world money from every part of the world is coming into crypto. And where is crypto centered? America.
Now, it's not like acceptance by government anymore. These are people who are preaching to you freedom of speech.
Yeah.
They're not coming from the angle of individual acceptance, citizens' acceptance in your country.
Yeah.
That's the highest power you can disarm any sitting government.
Yeah.
When you begin to empower their citizens, you get, obviously, you can see the citizens now coming to revolt against the government, coming to do a lot of things, just like what happened in South Korea. It's empowerment. Now, I'm seeing like this government are now coming in a way that even the sitting government cannot do anything to frustrate cryptocurrency
anymore.
So even with BRICS and all they have to do, a lot of citizens have benefited from blockchain and have given their lives to blockchain forever.
Well, talking about BRICS, congratulations, guys. Nigeria has just made it to the list of the nations that will soon be onboarded in the BRICS economic bloc.
Yeah,
so Nigeria right now is the 9th country to be selected and nominated to be enlisted into the BRICS nation or the BRICS economic bloc, as you may have it. Now, talking about Nigeria being accepted into BRICS, right? David, you just talked about Asia and other countries, right? What about Nigeria? What about Africa? Let's just keep Nigeria aside. Let's talk about Africa, because Nigeria is in Africa.
Okay,
let's talk about Africa.
Let's talk
what is Africa doing, right, to liberate itself from the era of paper money without anything being backed on it?
The government has been disarmed. That brings us to that initial conversation we're having. The government has been disarmed. You can imagine the Nigerian government came up with their e-naira. Did it work? Where is e-naira? This is sitting government coming up with a policy.
With their own currency.
But it's no longer about policy anymore. It's about people taking up their interest and their advantage. You now make your choice. America are the promoters of freedom of speech, democracy, freedom all over the place. And now they're coming up with decentralization. And this decentralization is not in a way of written or theory. This is on a practical view where you can keep your money in an asset
and be in charge and control of it.
And you can just see the asset rising. And it doesn't take all the world knowledge for you to just benefit from crypto. People are in the market who just bought a few Bitcoin over there and then forgot about it, and today they are multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
There are guys, there's one guy I know in Brazil. The guy had to sell his father's land as at 2020, yeah? I heard about the guy's story. He sold his father's land and bought a good number of Dogecoin. I heard at the peak of Dogecoin, he sold over $4 million of it.
In profit?
In profit.
Wow.
His family is made for life. We're not talking about buying a land, properties, and all those kind of investments. He just believed in Dogecoin the moment Elon started to pick interest on it. So what I'm saying is people now are being empowered. It's no longer government being empowered. Yeah. So you as a government, a time will come when you now have to beg your citizens for your support.
For their support.
Yes, that's where we are going to. So what government are doing, what America is doing now, is trying to get that acceptance from the grassroots.
All across the world.
Everybody will be
We're talking
submissive.
about a planet of over 8 billion people.
Now, assuming you have enough money now, like you have like 100 billion or $100 million now, what is going to be your ration of your portfolios? Like, how much are you going to give to crypto, whether sports or
for
whatever?
Someone like me, my name is Obi Crypto. I'm the heart of crypto. If you know the meaning of the word Obi, Obi stands for heart in Igbo language. So I'm the heart of crypto.
Yeah,
giving me $100 million right now, I assure you that $90 million out of it will be going straight into cryptocurrency. Only $10 million will be going into physical assets and into physical business.
Now you can see, right?
The fact is out there, right? Bitcoin has been proven within the last 10 years to be making a profit, an average profit of 60% every single year. If you calculate it in total and divide it by a number of years, Bitcoin has been proven to be making over 60% every year. There is no investment on the planet that will give you 60% year in, year out. Only in crypto. Guys, if we continue this conversation, we won't stop today because there's a lot to talk about. I have a whole lot of topic, a whole lot of questions to throw on the table for me and David here to dissect, guys.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I want to call it an end. Please subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and watch out for the next episode. It's going to be interesting and it's going to be bombastic. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Obi Crypto, over and out.